Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Ball Guy and the Fat Boy. I'm joined by my buddy, the Fat Boy.
Roll, Tide.
You've been waiting for that one all day, hadn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we'll get into that in just a little bit more, a little
Oh,
longer. But I'm feeling a little better this week. I'm still a little under the weather. Whatever this stuff is hanging around, but I can talk a little better. I feel a little more energy up here. Maybe Fat Boy won't have to do as much this time. How you
yeah.
feeling, Fat Boy?
Everybody be thankful for that.
No.
Me. Yeah. So we'll just keep it on, I guess.
Everybody loves them some Fat Boy. Come on.
I hope so.
Okay. All right. So, what do you want to talk about first, man? It's been a crazy little weekend for college football, but you tell me
Let's
where
get
you want to start, and we'll go from
let's get let's get Dallas out of the way. We got Dallas. Coming off another big win on Thursday night against Seattle Seahawks, and our defense didn't play real good in that game, but our offense held the defense up. That hadn't happened much this year, and they came on and beat them and everything. I don't even necessarily remember the final score. What was the
Oh,
final?
I don't remember. We still won decent, but I mean, the biggest thing I want to take away from this is I need you to start learning three letters. Three letters. Do you know what they are?
Guess what letters you're talking about?
Yeah.
And I ain't near into them letters. You got to show me a whole lot more before I start thinking of an MVP. I assume them the letters you're talking about.
Those are the letters I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Dak is,
well,
is is getting close, man. He's got to be in the conversation with the way he's playing.
well, I'll let you do the voting on that because if you're wanting my vote, you're gonna be waiting a while.
Hey, I just saw a little bit ago Dak got Offensive Player of the Month for the NFC in November, and Deron Bland got Defensive Player of the Month for November.
Well, my question is, yeah, it's easy to get the offensive player of the month in December when you're playing a bunch of scrubs.
November.
Yeah, November. We ain't
Not
got it.
December. We ain't got it again yet. But I hope both of them have big months and they're up for it.
Okay, we'll see. We're gonna have to. I'm not as convinced as you are.
You got to come around a little bit, but it's okay. It's all right. So anyway, all right. Cowboys are still rolling. We're still playing people losing records. Let's get into some better competition and see if it keeps going.
Well, better competition is this next game. We got the Eagles. Niners put it on the Eagles tonight. They put it on us. So we just have to in Philadelphia. The Niners jumped all over Philly, so now we get Philly next in Dallas. So if this game to me is the measuring stick game again. I talked about the last time they played a measuring stick game, they let us down. This is another measuring stick game. If they come out of this game like they come out the last few, I'll change my tune somewhat, but we'll see. So far, all the measuring stick games, we've been a little short.
Okay, I'm a little nervous with 49ers looking good again, but
Yeah,
we'll deal with that when we get to the playoffs. It's fine.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
So
So next, you want to talk? I'm sure a little college football.
no. I want to talk a lot of college football.
Come on. You don't want to talk that much. It was almost a very sad day for the Fat Boy over there.
Why was it almost a very sad day? We got the lead and never relinquished it. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that buzzword going around was that the SEC was supposed to be left out of the playoff for the first time since they started having it.
I have no proof of that. All I saw was the fact that we were Texas was number 3, we were number 4. FSU got left out by the committee because the committee has guidelines, and one of the guidelines is I think the wording is significant starting player out of the lineup is part of their criteria. They leaned on that, and I don't have any problem with that.
Well, of course you don't, because it got your team in.
Well, that's once again, I mean, I'm getting blamed and accused of something that I have.
No, nobody's saying that. But
Just because
you're telling me if you were sitting there and Milrow went down, but y'all still won that game with your
oh,
next quarterback
I
up.
would, I would be absolutely butthurt. No, I'm not arguing that point.
Okay.
My point is, you as of right this minute, in my opinion, excluding Georgia because we beat Georgia, the number one team. I believe the committee got the four best teams on the field right now.
Maybe we'll get a chance to find out when they all go play. I think there's a lot of Georgia fans that would say Georgia, after being number one all year, should have still been able to make it as a one-loss, not conference champion.
Yeah, but you can afford to lose a game in September. You can't afford to lose a championship game in December. Sorry. I'm
Well,
sorry about Georgia's luck. Sorry about FSU's luck. It is what it is. It's part of college football, or at least it has been since 2014. It's the way the cookie crumbles. Last year, the cookie crumbled against me when TCU got in over Alabama.
and
So
you cried like a baby.
I don't want to hear it. That
You
was last year.
whined.
I cried. This year, I'm cheering. That's the way it works.
Yeah. I could see where FSU would be upset.
Well, I can't. I don't get y'all people don't pay enough attention to the committee and their guidelines. That was a guideline way before Travis and FSU ever got into this. And this is just the first time they really had to use it. Now everybody's squawking. I can't help that.
But let's look at it. If it had been Clemson instead of FSU, Clemson gets in.
No.
Yes.
Wrong.
Yes, they do.
I totally disagree with that. This was a guideline that was part of the criteria, and they leaned on it. There is nothing wrong with what the committee did in making this decision.
All they did is make sure they could not leave the SEC out. They knew they couldn't.
You're arguing this point because Texas got in. If you want to give your spot to FSU, just go out there and do it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm happy with the way the cookie crumbled.
No, we're riding our spot all the way to the national title.
Well, then stifle yourself. People are going to have to go look up stifle now. Stifle yourself and just move on and enjoy what you got because it could be worse. You could be a fan of FSU.
Yeah, that's right. It could be worse.
I understand all these people from FSU and all the coaches and all screaming at the top of their lungs. I get it. But it ain't. You can beat your head up against the wall. It ain't gonna change nothing. It's set in stone now.
Yeah, it's out there now. All I'm saying is it really isn't going to matter in the end. Alabama, Washington, and who's the other one?
Michigan.
It doesn't matter. Michigan. So Michigan got destroyed by TCU last year. So Alabama, Washington, Michigan, Oregon, FSU, none of those were Georgia. None of those were going to matter because they're not going to be the national champions. So y'all can all argue about who was the second best team in the land after the end of the playoffs.
Oh, I know you not thinking it's y'all. I'll make you this bet right here, right now on air. If you think your little team's gonna beat Alabama twice in 1 year, if we get there, assuming we beat Michigan, I mean you're higher on crack than I thought you were.
Oh, you don't think we'll be able to beat y'all? I'll tell you what. Whoa, we're gonna hold it. That'll be something we'll talk about if y'all make it to the title game.
Oh, hey, how about y'all making it to the title game? Y'all got to beat Penix and Washington first. I'm not sure that y'all are giving them enough credits to be able to do that. So I'll meet you at the title game. Don't be trying to say you're gonna get there and we ain't, partner.
I wish y'all the best, man. I wish y'all all the luck you can get.
All the worst. I wish y'all the worst. So how you like them apples?
Well, I mean, I understand the bad blood. I mean, somebody comes into my house and kicks my butt, I'd be upset too.
Well, what was that? What was that the first game of the season?
No, it was not the first game.
It was pretty close. First, second game of the season.
I mean, pretty early.
What is that season? Don't even count no more. We're already past that season.
That's
We're
what
in
I'd
the
say if I lost. That's what I
we're
would
in the
say if I got
next
beat.
season. So
Yeah,
you got a rude awakening coming to you, bald guy.
we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we'll move on. That's not something for me to gloat about on another day. All right. So now we already talked about the top four, who's in, who's out. You want to go to the Mavericks? No. Okay, put on the Mavericks hat. So
I
our boys are
this,
struggling a little bit.
this is going to be a real short subject. Mavericks got. I think what it is, bald guy. I really think this. I mean, not really think this, but it's kind of ironic. I'm not paying much attention to the Mavericks right now. As soon as I can get off of college football and
Uh-huh.
in the NFL, start paying attention to the Mavericks and giving them my full attention and giving my full undivided attention, I think I can get the Mavericks back on track. So as soon as all that
Oh,
happens,
okay.
I think
You can get them lined out whenever you
I'll
get
get
back
mine
on.
out. So
Okay. All right.
we'll just the Mavericks are not doing real good right now, but when I get them back on track, everything will be lovely.
Well, how about the biggest news on there is that Cuban's selling a majority ownership stake.
That news blew my mind. I don't, I don't know if you heard what that's for. Have you heard what that's for?
I don't know if anybody knows what that's for.
Well, there's a lot of people thinking they know what it's for.
Okay, well, what are they putting out there?
That he's going to run for president.
You think Cuban's
Yeah,
not going to run for president?
that's what's being claimed. I don't know if I agree with that, but that's what's being
If he was going to run for president, excuse me, don't you think that he would give up control of the team? He's still supposed to be controlling partner.
He's going to keep control until he announces and actually starts his campaign stuff. I mean, I don't know necessarily know if I buy into all that or not. That's what the scuttlebutt is. I mean, so
I think he sees something financially, an opportunity out there, and now was a
well,
good time to get his
he
$3.5
paid
billion.
He paid 400 million for him and got 3.5 billion.
Well, they sold with like a 3.5 billion evaluation. So I don't know what percentage he sold, but it would be whatever percentage of that.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't understand all that anyway. I just know that there's a lot of rumor and innuendo that there's a chance that he may run for president.
I don't know. We'll see.
So
Like I said, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with the economy and stuff right now. He may be taking that money and putting it into the his drug company that he has. Nobody knows. We'll see
legal drug company.
Yeah, legal drug company.
I want to make sure we're clear on that. I don't want to get sued or nothing.
I don't know if he's cooking meth in a bathtub somewhere or not, but I know he has cost plus drugs. So I mean,
yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So next up on the list is I have a hockey report by the hockey intern.
Okay.
Once again, I want to say thanks again to Tim Moody for sending us a hockey report.
Did he go to a game this week, or is he?
No, I still think he's working. So he just sent me a synopsis of kind of how it's going.
Hey, you can't read that thing. Put them glasses on.
Thank you. I'm glad you told me that. You're right.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay.
All right. That better.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. The Dallas Stars did indeed redeem themselves this week with a 2-0 win at Winnipeg Tuesday night. Joe Pavelski opened the scoring for Dallas and has posted goals in consecutive games and has points in each of the last 7. 20 games into the 23-24 season, and he's only been held off the scoreboard 5 times. He leads the Star Skaters with 20 points. Dallas skated into Calgary last Thursday night for their final game of the season with the Flames, and a close loss to them 4-3 was taken. 2 losses in the week from the Red Hot Flames. Dallas traveled back home for Saturday night storm with Tampa Bay Lightning, where all 4 lines got into the scoring, and they won 8-1 in the scoring act, and they won 8-1. Dallas goes to a 14-5-3 overall record as Jake Ottinger gets the win. And that hockey report was brought to you by our hockey intern, Tim Moody.
All right. So what do you think? Are you gonna give the Stars some attention after this?
Well, as much as I can. My problem is, even if I wanted to give them attention, I've got one of them TVs that won't allow you to watch them because he and the other reason he's doing my Stars report for us is because he has Direct TV and he got them on the television. I can't. I got Hulu. I can't get them on TV. But I hear Bally's is having problems, so maybe I don't have to suffer through that much longer. So we'll just keep doing this until something changes. But I am very grateful to the hockey intern.
Yeah, yeah. He's got good insight on that. He's giving us good reports. That's top notch work. He's worth everything we're paying him.
I didn't think about this, but I didn't really have a hat for this next segment, but I kind of do because Justin Thomas will be mentioned in this conversation, and he went to University of Alabama, so it kind of fits. I'm told y'all there was going to be some golf come up, and when anytime that Tiger Woods is playing in a tournament, this just happens to be his tournament. I'm going to mention him and some other stuff. So this is what I got to say about that. Tiger Woods finished 18th at the World Hero Challenge, which is Tiger Woods' tournament. He said after he got off the course today that his body recovered very well each day, and he's going to try to play. He's going to try to play about a tournament a month during this season, and then he's going to try to recover for a couple of weeks, and then play another one about once a month. He said his putting was got a little better today. But he still got quite a bit of work on. Still got quite a bit of rust to knock off before he really gets in the swing of things. Scotty Scheffler changed putters, and he said over the off season, and he said that it was feeling real good today. I guess it was because he won. He won at 20 under. To over Seth Straka and Justin Thomas, which that's where the Roll Tide hat comes in. And they were both second and third, and tried to put some pressure on Scheffler, but Scheffler just ran away with it. So it was a good tournament. Scotty Scheffler putted better. Tiger Woods got knocking some rust off, and that's just kind of the beginning of some of our golf coverage that we'll have coming up as we go through the season.
Yeah, Scheffler's a stud. He's a good guy, and he's a stud.
And he happens to be a Longhorn, which is fine with me. There's a lot of. I don't hold a lot of stuff like that against people. We can go to college wherever you want to. Justin Thomas just happens to be an Alabama alumnus. Scheffler just happens to be, and Speed both happen to be University of Texas alumnus. So, and that's what's funny about me. My favorite golfer is Tiger Woods. Always has been, always will be. But he's winding his career pretty much down, yep. and it's hard for me to say that I root against very many golfers to win or lose. I just root for good golf and basically see everybody do good in golf.
Okay, that's one way to handle it.
Yeah, it's not like I hate the Eagles or I hate Auburn. I don't have that kind of. I don't have that.
Okay. Do you hate Live or you?
No, they're merging. I don't know how all that's going to end up yet. I might at some point, but no, I don't right now. I watched the. I didn't like the some of the Live format, but I don't know how they're going to involve all that together. So I just got to wait and see before I give an opinion on that.
Okay.
But I did enjoy people will say, you had football to watch and you watch golf. Well, yeah, because I like watching golf. It's entertaining to me. I'm hoping somebody out there also thinks it's entertaining because I'm going to keep giving golf reports.
I like playing golf. Watching it. I love seeing what these guys can do. It's amazing, guys and girls. How creative they're able to get. Just how much control they have. And if you're out there playing golf, you realize how hard that actually is.
Well, my podcast name is not just a name. I am a fat boy, so therefore, even riding the cart, golf's too much exercise for me. So I stay doing it.
You can't even be a driver anymore.
I watch it on a 60-inch.
Okay.
And I watch it on 60-inch.
Okay. All right. So before we get into our picks this week, I do want to go ahead and say, okay, we got our fantasy start player of the week for week 14. Um, we're gonna come out. A running back went down to New England, so the player to start this next week is Zeke. Zeke
Elliott.
is the one to get in there and play. He's going to see most of the carries, and he should be able to perform a little bit. They like to run the ball, so
Okay, I want to tell the podcast listeners that we're going to pick 8 NFL games because pretty much we don't have any more college football for a while. And then I'm going to pick one NBA game, and I'm going to pick one NCAA game, and that's just because I've got dogs in those fights, and that's what I just decided to do. There's going to be some evolution, some give and take to our pick segments as the seasons evolve, go in and out. So you just have to be patient with us. Sometimes you're gonna say, "Well, that was just some weird picking," but it's just the way it's going to be.
yeah. And some of the stuff right now, we're starting to record on Sunday evenings, Sunday nights, and we don't always have all the lines. So that's something we've got to work on too, seeing how we can get quicker lines on these games and get that in. Because a lot
Yeah,
of these are just going to be pick'ems to where we don't actually know what the spread's going to be.
right. And we're sorry for that, but I had to get gainfully employed, so that's just the way that cookie crumbled.
Okay, well, we'll take that. We'll figure out a way to get lines on it.
But I want people to still enjoy the podcast and us arguing and debating sports. That's just I mean that's just what I really enjoy about having this podcast.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go into our picks. So we'll do the NBA first. The Jazz at the Mavericks.
Yeah, and when I looked at this, there was no line at that time, so it basically, like he said, it's just to pick them. So, and of course, I'm a Mavericks fan, and we're not. I don't know what the ball guy wants to do about this. As far as he doesn't have to pick the other side unless he just wants to, because I'm just picking the Mavericks over the Jazz because that's what I want to see happen, and that's probably what he wants to see happen too. So we don't necessarily have to get all competitive on that unless he wants to.
No, I'll take the other way. I'll you go ahead and pick, and I'll just take the opposite of whatever
Well,
you.
I'm gonna take them. I'm taking the Mavericks then.
You're taking the Mavericks. Okay. That gives me the Jazz. So come on. All of a sudden, I got to be a Rudy Gobert fan.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you and
He's out
very
of
few. Yeah,
he's out of there. I always liked Donovan Mitchell better when that team was together. Anyway,
yeah.
all right. So then we've got men's basketball in college, and of course, so shocker on this, Fat Boy put this together. We've got Bama at number 23 versus Purdue at number 21.
No, number one.
Oh, number one. Yeah. Okay.
We're number 23. They're number one. That's why This is going to be our first measuring stick game of the season. We played and we've already lost a few, but if we can, if our young players and our young team can show something against Purdue here coming up on the December the 9th, it's really gonna solidify where this team is. And I know Oates is really looking forward to find out exactly where
Kind of how y'all stack up. Yeah.
how we stack up against the number one team in the nation.
Okay.
I don't know that Purdue will be number one by the time we get there, but I think they still will be. They'll be at least one or two for sure. But I don't think they're going to lose between now and then. They just could. So I just have to put that disclaimer in there.
Okay, so who you taking?
I'm taking Alabama to lose, and to hopefully upset them.
Oh, so you're taking Alabama to win?
I'm taking them to win. Yes.
Okay.
But they're playing the number one team in the nation, and the nicest thing I can say about Alabama so far, I've seen them play 2 games so far, and they're inconsistent at best.
Okay.
So if they're going to play inconsistently, they're going to get smashed against Purdue. So because they're gonna have to show me more than they've shown me in the 2 games I've already seen.
Hey, maybe they'll get up for the number 1 team in the country.
Well, I hope that don't ain't what it takes to get them up, but I see what your point, so I concede your point.
Okay. All right. So I get the number 1 team in the country, and since
Dude,
we don't have a line, I get them at a pick 'em.
you do. Ain't I generous?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. We'll see how that generosity carries over. All right.
Yeah.
So going to the NFL, we've got the Eagles at the Cowboys.
And we don't have a line on this. I mean, we could set our own lines if they want us to do that, but I don't think they
No,
want.
no.
We're just gonna call these pick'ems. I'm taking the Cowboys, of course, giving you the Eagles.
Giving me the Eagles. I hope I lose that one.
Yeah, hope you lose that one.
Okay, so next up, are the Bucks at the Falcons?
Falcons are 2.5.
Oh, Falcons are 2.5 now.
That's what I have. That's what I sent you. That's what you should have. That
Okay, so Falcons are plus 2.5, or
Falcons are minus 2.5.
Falcons are the favorite at home. Okay, who you got?
I'm taking the Falcons.
You're taking the Falcons.
Sticking you with the Bucks.
Okay. The winning Bucks. They won this week.
Yeah,
So the Jags at the Browns.
you missed a game. We should have the Colts and the Bengals next.
Okay. You sure? I don't even know if you sent me.
I sent you a picture of that, sir. So,
Okay, we'll pick the Jags and the Browns, and then we'll.
Okay, I'll take the Jags.
You want the Jags in that one, okay? So that gives me the Browns. I like these pick'ems when we do it like that. Okay, Colts at the Bengals. Who you got?
Taking the Colts. They had an overtime win today against the Titans.
I get the
Bengals.
Bengals.
It's Minshew mania.
It's Minshew mania. Okay.
At the Colts.
Yeah.
The one after the Jags and Browns is Rams and Ravens, and I'm the Rams at the Ravens, and it's a pick 'em, and I'm taking Ravens.
Rams just won today too. All right. Seahawks at 49ers. 49ers minus 12.
Give me the Seahawks.
Ooh.
To play, if they play like they played against us, give me the Seahawks. If they play anything different than that, then I want to switch.
I'm not worried about how they play. I'm worried about how 49ers defense shows up.
Yeah.
Okay. Denver at the Chargers minus 3.5.
I'm taking the Chargers.
Taking the Chargers. I'll take Denver. I'm in on a little roll here. All right. So then the last one we got are the Titans at the Dolphins minus 12.5.
And I'm going to give you a gift, and I'm going to take the Fins and take the minus 12.5.
Okay. So I get the points and the Titans.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, that sounds good. You got any final thoughts for this episode?
Yes. I went to a high school football game, a 3A for my alma mater, Dangerfield Tigers, in Jacksonville, Texas this week, and we beat the vaulted. I'm gonna do air quotes again. We beat the vaulted Newton. I can't Newton Cats or some kind. I don't remember what their mascot is, but they were ranked pretty high, and they were picked to be favored, or they were picked as the favorite going into the game, and Dangerfield beat them 42-21.
42-21. That's good.
So we take our next step towards state, which is in New Caney, which I'm not going to that. That's a long way from my house, playing against a team I've never heard of called Tide Haven. And if we win that, then we qualify to go to Jerry World there in Cowboy Stadium for state. And there's a lot of people out there might care about this, but some people out there may not care about this. But I'm a big Dangerfield fan. I finally got to go see it. I've seen them once other time this year during the season. I got to see them once in the playoffs, and if they go to Jerry World, I'll go to that. So I just wanted to make mention of that.
That's awesome.
Yes. Yeah, it is. I'm proud of them kids. Kids, they busted their tails the other night. It was a good, hard fought battle.
That's awesome. Well, you'll have to go check out some of the state games because I think they do a bunch of those at one time up there at Jerry World.
Yeah, I may make do a big old podcast, Fat Boy Report from there. When I go up there for that, just as a short, so everybody can know who's all playing and who's all winning
Okay.
on the
Yeah,
on the day that I go.
we'll be looking forward to that. So, all right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank y'all for listening. Like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what else you want to see, what you want us to take out. And we'll see y'all
or,
next week.
or what you want us to put in.
Yeah, we'll come back next week and maybe Fat Boy will be coming to the realization that they'll just be number 2 in the football to end the year.
Not like Roll Tide.